just putting a bonnet on a patrol because we love working on shit boxes. And if you love working on shit boxes, we would really like for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where the shit boxes become even shitter. So it's actually been about a week since we last patched the rust holes on Harry's GQ. We're back again just for a little quick session in the afternoon, but we did just go and pick up this new bonnet for it. As you guys seen in probably the first episode, the bonnet that was already on the car had like this sort of fiberglass scoop on it. It was quite hideous, so we did manage to find just a unmolested bonnet apart from this orange paint job. Right, let's get cracking. We're going to chuck that orange bonnet on this beast and make it even more of a beast. Do you remember where you put the bolts for the bonnet? Put them in the spot where you remember where they are.
No, we'll find them.
Yeah, mate, she'll be right. Before we chuck these fenders on, Harry, I reckon we just quickly run some paint on this rusty seam here, because they'll probably stay on now until we paint them. A shame, really good paint job there, Harry. You've really covered that nicely so the rust won't come through ever again. This thing will probably outlast you now. Yeah, the coil towers look great too, mate. Yeah.
I really want to open them up.
Yeah, no, they look really nice. Don't open that up. You won't want to see what's under it. Just leave that one. I've had this car for 3 days now, and I've managed to make it look worse. What do you think about that?
Oh, it looks fantastic, mate. You've done a good job.
Yeah, that'd be $3,000, please, mate. Your patrol is now officially done. Custom paint job. It's called Kubota orange. Heaps of clearance on your fenders. I clearance them up for you. Just cut the arch out a bit, made it look a bit better. And your bull bar, yeah, sold that one. We're putting this really bad snorkel hole cut one back on just for now, but I am going to cut that section out of the other Raptor coated fender, and then I'm going to patch that up so I can redo that snorkel hole. Come here, Diesel. Everyone, this is Diesel. Diesel, this is everyone. He is a boxer, and he's the new shop dog, here to protect the toys in there. So, Diesel, you big tough dog? You big tough dog? Hey? He's only about 9 weeks old, and he has been so good, haven't you, Diesel? So you'll be seeing plenty of Diesel in the background, because he's the new shop puppy, aren't you, Diesel? Aren't you, buddy? Hey, aren't you? Cute little boy. Fender in, brother. Fender in. 2 rigs are side by side. 2 TD42s. 1 Bogan Bus. 1 coal bus.
The next day.
Today we're working on the Bogan Bus again. We're going to hopefully complete this quarter chop, get that all welded in. So Harry at the moment is just finishing these weld-in plates. So how we're going to do that is we're basically going to weld these plates, just stitching them right along, and then we're actually going to seam seal from the inside, because up there is actually the inside of the boot. So it definitely needs doing that, because you obviously don't want moisture and mud getting up there. Now the roof is still in its bare metal stage, but I don't want to get the bog out until we basically have completed that and completed this fender, because as you guys probably remember, the snorkel hole I need to tidy up a lot. So hopefully today we can at least get that quarter chop complete, and then we can move on to the fender, get the rest of the welding done on the car pretty much, and then we can sort out the bog paint, get this thing looking pretty. That is just going to go there. So what we can do is just start tucking this along and make it fit nice and pretty. And then we can basically bog it with seam sealer so it doesn't leak. It's not going to be probably the best solution in the world, but it'll be alright. So as you can see, we've just got this sort of tack welded up. What I'll do is I'll just basically just work it along. I don't know if I'll do the whole thing. I don't really think it needs it once it's seam sealed. But you can see now, she's played it off. I'm gonna quickly just buzz around, weld this up, and then we're gonna do the other side. All right, that is the first one pretty well done. So obviously, like I said, I've just stitched it so there is these little tiny gaps that I'll fill from the inside with Sikaflex, but just from back here, you can't even tell that it's done, and that's what we want. Once again, guys, not going for a seamer build, it's just to patch up that hole. So got to do the other side. So both of these are now patched up. This one's finally done. Just got it ground back. Once again, not perfect, but it'll do. It's in there nice and tight. It's not going to fall out. So what I'm going to do now is from the inside, hopefully I can get a nice bead of Sikaflex running through all those seams and just seal it right up so it's basically waterproof. First quarter chop I've ever done, and I think it looks pretty good. So that's actually the quarter chop done, so I'm stoked to have that finished because it was obviously a major part of moving forward. So now that that's done, what we need to attack next is this monstrosity of a snorkel hole. So what I've decided to do with this hole is we have got a Fender over here without a hole. Now we were planning on using this, but when my brother picked it up, he didn't actually see that these people had already clearanced it for some bigger tires, and it's just not very neat how they've done it, and it's also got a bit of a dent just there. So what I'm actually going to do is cut out this section of guard, and I'm going to weld it into this section of guard. Kind of an annoying way to do it, but we can't find a guard in time, and you know, we're just going to send it this way. Now this thing also has bits of rust here and there, so I do need to patch that as well, which is kind of annoying. The Fender's actually just about scrap, like it should be scrapped, but I'm going to save it. And I think I've got a good way to patch this hole as well, so I'll show you guys that. But firstly, I'm going to cut out this guard, and then I'll show you the easiest way to patch these sort of holes and getting it right as you do it. Right, so that is how it finished up, all flat back. Not exactly perfect, but it's near close. So what I'm going to quickly do is actually get some etch primer on that so it doesn't rust over the weekend. And this hole here, we're actually thinking about just knocking this little corner off in a sort of a neat way. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. It's obviously not ideal patching a Fender like that. We can't get a Fender without a hole that just hasn't been molested, so that's how that one's staying for now, and I think it's going to be alright like that for a while. So we just knocked that corner off. And you can see it actually doesn't look too bad now. Alright, so that's pretty much it for tonight, everyone. We have basically completed the Fender, we've completed the quarter chop, and we've completed the rust holes in the roof, which means it's time for bogging next weekend, but we're out of time.
Sanding, bogging, painting.
Yep.
All
the good shit. Alright, so massive weekend again on the Bogan Bus, but she's getting there, almost ready for paint. Pretty keen to see it all done. Are you? Are you pretty keen to see it, or? Harry's scared to talk on camera. I am as well. I always stuff up my sentences and they don't make sense. Bogan Bus. Bogan Bus gets bogged next weekend.
Broke a blinker on the Bogan Bus.
Bloody Bogan Bus blew up.
Blow by on the Bogan Bus.
The Bogan Bus got so much blow by, I don't bloody know what to do with the bloody thing. Alright, that's
see you in the next bloody episode.
We're cooked, alright, catches.